Hi Dom Kid, how's it going? Well, I realize it's been about a year since I've looked at the list of issues on the public repository, so I thought to start with, I'm going to go through this one by one, close off issues that I've already done, and then maybe look at adding some new issues for things that I want to work on for the next major update. But I'll wait a couple of minutes before getting into that. Might as well get started with this. Disable joystick X as an editor. I can't even remember what that was about. I should have made some more notes. Um, Actually, I might make a note there. What this is for? Okay, ability to draw bobs partly off screen. I've already done that one. Hey Mixel, how's it going? um, I'm just to start it with, I'm going through the list of issues that I've still got open and closing ones that I've done. Um, Also look at maybe adding a few more issues to the list. Um, anyway, so yeah, ability to draw large bobs partly off screen is done. So it doesn't matter how large your bob is, it won't cut off completely if part of it is off the screen. So I just say this is done. Next, ability to set offset for pursuit types. I do remember what that one was. I haven't done that one yet, so um, I'll put to do add ability for pursuit types to chase a point away from the player's head as opposed to feet. Also use this offset for um, lock types, the offset from the parent. So yeah, should add two more variables for offset x, offset y, and then I can use that for different movement types to be able to set an offset from the origin. Hi Morgan, welcome to the stream. Um, Mixer, what was that joystick? Oh, okay, so you can control Scorpion's joystick, so like you could accidentally screw things up while the editor is running. At the moment, it just seems to switch between tabs, though. Oh, yeah, that's uh, yeah, unit that will be a Unity thing. Okay, so I'll make another note. So I just remind myself what it's for. In Unity, you can control a game. You can control the game with the joystick. You shouldn't be able to control the Scorpion editor this way. Yep, I'm doing well. I hope you're doing all right. Hopefully this isn't too boring. At the moment, I'm just sort of going through. As I've got a big long list of issues for Scorpion Engine. A lot of them I've already resolved, but I'll go through them and make some notes and work out what features to add next. Types. Separate drawer calls for horizontal and vertical scrolling. I've actually done that. Multi-threading compiler. That's something I'll need to come back to. So what that basically means is that, like at the moment, when you compile in Scorpion, it's just going to use a single thread or a single CPU. Um, but it does lots of things at the same time, so it could possibly speed it up by splitting it across different threads. That's complicated to do so I'll come back to that at some stage. Uh, Tween between entire palettes, that's still a legitimate thing I need to do, so um, the idea for that is, like, say, I guess as an example, you've got a room that has a red light, and so when the red light turns on, you want the whole palette to fade to a uh, to red tint, and be able to do that smoothly. So it's not just red or not red, but it tweens between them. So that's all perfectly doable. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. 32 bits. I don't know what my comment was about. That doesn't seem to. The comment I wrote myself doesn't seem to relate to the issue at all. But basically, the person is asking for 32. Basically, so they can run the engine on a 32-bit Windows. I'll have to think about that. There's probably no reason why I couldn't. It's just I use a few external libraries, and if any of those libraries are 64-bit, then it could cause some problems. Um, Variable support to save function, so that's really straightforward. Just being able to like when a character speaks, just being able to put a variable in there. So a character can say this is going to cost, say, $5. Oh, here's one from you, Mixel. Xflip for blocks. That isn't done yet, but it's still a legitimate one to do. Blocks should support support the is platform tag, B support platform fall through. I think I've done both of them. Yeah, I think I've done both of these. I'll mark it as... Yeah, we can have... I'm pretty sure we can have blocks where you can... Um, where they work just like platforms that you can jump through. I'll just close it, come back to it if I need to make any changes there. Need to do ability to merge code blocks. I'll leave that one open for now. AGA sprite should be... Actually, I think this one is a bad idea. Just because yeah, we want control over how wide our sprites are. So having the editor second guess the creator is probably not a good idea. So I'm just going to close it. Oh, so that's your note there. Yeah. So as you say, it's for shooty pipes. That's definitely feasible. It's just something you'll need to get around to. Auto scroll feature. I mean, that's done. So I'm just going to flag that. It's done. Code blocks is on platform condition. Oh, that's from you, Mixel. Yeah, I think this one is done. We don't have a variable for ramp angle per se, but that's another thing you can work around in code blocks. Like you could do, you could get the block that the player is standing on, and then do some logic. I think I will close this one. We could maybe come back to this one later on a different put that in a different issue. Debug breakpoint. I think I'll leave that as it is. I'll come back to that. I've already added some debug tools in there, but the idea for a breakpoint is you can basically, well, so what a breakpoint is when you're coding something, you can flag a line to say, okay, well, when the program reaches this line, I want it to pause so that, for example, I can look at the variable state. You can do that to a degree with the debug dump feature, but it doesn't, it doesn't pause the, well, it doesn't automatically show in the editor where what line it's running, and it doesn't tell you anything about what the variable values are. Oh, now this one is done. So yep, we can actually have panels of pretty much any width. Conditionals is done. Oh, actually, I'm going to label this as partly done. I've added else if still need to add and or. So I'll just comment that. Fetch mode 3 is done. I think. Yeah, yes, it is done. Revise keyboard controls. Cursors, delete. That's to do. I'll need to come back to that. It is now possible to place a block and an actor on the same tile, so I'll flag that as done. We're getting through these. Not pause animations with dialogue boxes. I may need to come back to that. I guess you can kind of do that already with since you can print to the yeah, so instead of TalkPad you could use print on a panel, but crash if you delete anim strips from outside the program. I think I fixed that one. I'm not so sure. I should test that today. Convert to Xbone CIA tracker or P61. I'm just gonna put I'm gonna put cancelled. I won't. So those are alternative tracker libraries. The reason why I suggested converting to one of these is because I was having some problems with the PT Player one, but we've worked out what the issue is, so I don't need to change a tracker library anymore. Rid of that. Data tab and new data types. I'm going to leave that open for now. AG only 6 to 8-bit planes. I've actually added that, so we've got proper AGA support. We've done that as well. So that's so on an OCS Amiga, you have to use colors from I think 17 to 31 for your sprites, but on AGA you can use any set of 16 colors for your palette for your sprites. So I've added support for that. Close that. AGA 32 and 64 pixel wide sprites. I've done that. Come back to that one. That one. Fast redraw element option. Might leave that. Unlimited number of options and elements and panel type. That's done. Virtual machine should be 32-bit with floating point support. I'll have to come back to that one. That would allow support for like fractional numbers and code blocks, but I can't support that currently, so I'll just ignore that. Define blocks that enemies cannot pass. I'll come back to that. Consider handling multiple floppy game. I'll come back to that. For each operation, that's one that I've done. Option to reduce jump strength based on movement speed. I guess I'll come back to that one. Need to be able to flip animation frame on Y. That one makes sense. Standard loading animation. I'll come back to that. Saving and loading. That's probably going to be the next major feature I work on. So I'll leave that open. Moving platforms is done. I can close that one. Automated NTSC support. I'll come back to that one. Ability to exclude bitplane version. That one is done. So that was just the adding transparent effects. Contextual documentation through application. That is ongoing. So that's just adding, like when you do different things in the app, it will tell you what each of these features mean. That's something that's partially done. Explicit support for health variable. I might just cancel that one because you've got var variables to handle health, so it's probably best if I just leave it that. Support for double jumps. I might cancel this one as well because we can implement double jumps in code block scripting anyway, so there's no reason to add that as an engine feature. The last two I'll leave open for now, which are just so Insidia and Nutmeg are backbone games that in turn are ports of I think iPhone games or PC Flash games. They're both they're both pretty good for backbone games, but we could use the Scorpion backbone importer to bring them across and enhance them a bit. Okay, well, I'm done with my check here. If anyone's got any requests of features, I might as well take care of it now. Oh well, I'll leave that for now. And what am I going to work on next? I think I'll do some work on Pitfall. Oops. Right, I'll just temporarily take out that scorpion. So last time I was editing Pitfall, there were some major bugs with jumping off ledges. Hey Martin, how's it going? I'm doing alright. I'm having another look at my Pitfall game, which has become quite badly broken because of changes that I've made recently. Unfortunately, for a Scorpion engine game, Pitfall's relatively complicated because of all of the very custom logic for platforming. Okay, so that works a bit better. So when I'm falling, I can. Oh. Alright, sideways. Okay, so I'll just fix this bug, which let the player turn around when they were doing when they were jumping off a ledge or moving. Oops. Ah. Okay, another bug is when the man has jumped off something and he hits into a wall, he's supposed to bounce. think that's how it's meant to work. Okay, now there's a problem with the balloon. The balloon is meant to be... I don't... So the balloon is moving diagonally. It's supposed to... Actually, I can't remember what it's supposed to do. If it's supposed to go bob up and down, or if it's supposed to just go sideways. So I'm just going to look up what happens in the original game. See if I can find a scene with the balloon. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, so the balloon is meant to go up and down like that. For some reason it isn't. It's set to CPU. It probably should be set to CPU wave. Okay, so that's looking better. The balloon is moving correctly. Oh. I'm going to cheat a little bit, and... Because every time I die, it sends me all the way back to the start. So I will put a... which block is it? That key block. Put that right underneath the player so that if I die again, it should just go straight back to there. Also, I wonder what those blocks are for. I need to check what they do. Cushion. Oh, I think that basically just means that if you fall from a distance and you land on that, you don't lose any points. Because there are, like in the original game, there are places you can fall down and lose points, but not this particular area because quite often you can fall off balloons. Oh. Now that should have spawned a new balloon, but it didn't for some reason. I'll need to investigate why that is. So let's have a look. So recycle... Oh, balloon spawner. Okay, so the problem I need to solve is I've got this object called a balloon spawner, which spawns a balloon straight away, and that, like, if I leave the screen and come back, then I if I leave the screen and come back, then it spawns another balloon, but it doesn't spawn a balloon if I've got a balloon and then I've popped it. So I think I can solve that. Pop. What I can do is I can go condition. I can go for each balloon spawn. Oops. For each balloon spawner, then run balloon spawn. So if there's any of these balloon spawners nearby, it should spawn a new balloon as soon as the one I'm riding is popped. Hopefully, we'll just see if that is actually what happens. That didn't seem to work anyway. It probably was just because uh, it hadn't respawned yet. Which Mixel, which feature did you miss? Oh yes. So this for each actor, that's a relatively new feature. It's mostly designed for things like, say, if you've got a smart bomb. So you push a button and then you do the smart bomb, and then it destroys all of the enemies on the screen. So what this basically says is, okay, for each balloon spawn, then for each balloon spawner actor, then run the balloon spawn code block. It's not working in this particular case, and I think it's just because the balloon spawner has become inactive, so it's no longer on screen. So I'm going to have to try a different approach. Instead of doing it that way, just going to make sure that whenever the balloon spawner is off screen, it destroys it, so that um, it should be ready to um, spawn a new balloon. Yeah, you could certainly use it for. You could use for each actor to. For one actor to communicate with another. So if you had a wave of actors, you could use it so that one of them sends commands to the other ones. It's not a fast command, so I wouldn't recommend using it every single frame. Okay, no, that's still not working. Check. Ooh. Actually, I'm going to make some changes here. So at the moment, the balloon wraps around the screen when it goes off the right. This time I won't do that. I'll just make it so that it destroys it. And I'll change how the balloon spawner works. So if I walk off the screen, okay, that balloon is gone. It doesn't spawn another one. I will make it so that balloon spawner has a I'll make it repeat. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna go yield for maybe 4 seconds, and then I will go back to the balloon spawn. So that will spawn a balloon about every 4 seconds. Hopefully. Okay, so that I got the timing about right. So it spawns a new balloon about the length of time it takes to go across the screen. Oh. It's going to be a pain to actually get onto it, I think. Alright, let's try that. No, okay, so that's that is a bit of a pain. It's not spawning new balloons anywhere. I'll need to look into my logic a bit deeper. Oh, okay, so there's a bug here that basically says, you know, don't yeah, so this condition here is breaking the loop. So I'm going to create a new code block, and I'm going to call this balloon spawn, and I'm just going to go to balloon spawn repeat. Do that there as well. I'm going to simplify this logic as well. So what this is doing is it's moving the spawner object, then it's spawning the balloon, and then it's moving it back. I don't need to do that anymore, because what I can do is I've got this feature called new, which is saying move the balloon to this position. So whenever I'm doing an operation on new, it basically means apply this line to the last thing to be spawned. Yeah, we'll just see if this is any better now. Okay, that didn't fix it. So what else can I try? I probably should check that this code is actually running. So I'll do it in a really cheating, hacky way. I am going to increase the player's score every time this code runs, so I can actually see if it's running or not. Actually, I might get rid of that as well. That could also be causing some problems. And let's try that again. Now that's weird that it seems to be running it twice, because the score is increasing by 2. Could be that there's 2 balloon spawners that are fairly close by. Okay, alright, so I seem to have fixed it. Okay, well that will do. The balloon spawner seems to be working as expected, so I don't need that line anymore. There is a bug with like the balloon is supposed to pop when you ride it from underneath. So just going to revert all the changes I made to the level. Okay, so I'll take the player out of there. Ah, no, don't save it. Yeah, so the spikes are not working because these spikes are supposed to be popping the balloon. They don't seem to be. I don't know if I had any special logic for that. Actually, I'll just make the player start there. That's already on a key. Whoa. Okay. Didn't expect to do that. It looks like. Okay. I guess I didn't remove the original player, so. Yeah, it's a little bit like the Giant Sisters intro. Not at all intentional, though. Okay, so that's looking better. If I grab that balloon, yeah, that should have. Oops. Actually, I'm not even sure if they do pop in the Commodore 64 version when you hit the ceiling above it. So it might be a bit annoying at that bit there. Yeah, I'm gonna instead of changing it so that the balloon pops on those parts of the level, I'm just gonna edit the visuals of the level so they don't have spikes. Because I know some people were confused about why is the balloon not affected by those spikes. So I just have to remember. Um, what tiles I need to change. I'll do it there, and there. All right. So I need no. Maybe I need a custom tile. Might need to make a tile. Okay, so that's what I'll do, is I'll go to my tile set, I'll edit my tile set image, and then I'll make a custom tile for those edges. grab that. I assume I must be the only person that does Scorpion Engine stuff with Paint Shop Pro. Okay, I think that looks kind of okay. I might what? Oops. Might put that under. Got so many layers I need to stack. Yeah, I think that looks about right. So I'll need to do that exact same thing for all of these. Platform layer, then that on map layer, and then on the details layer I need my new block. Do the same here, so then yeah, I really like Paint Shop Pro. It is what I was taught to use when I was at Polytechnic, but um, well, it compared to Photoshop, it's cheap, and you can outright buy it instead of needing to subscribe to a plan. It's got pretty good support for limited palettes, and it has pretty good support for Amiga formats. Okay, so that looks like I've done all of them on the side. I need to do the same thing on the other side. That to details, and then what's basic Photoshop? Is that just Photoshop, or is there a special basic version of Photoshop? Oh, okay. Yep, I got it. Okay, I'll just see how that looks. Wait a minute, that's... Oh, I think... Did I edit the wrong part of the level? Or did I just not save it? Maybe I didn't... Maybe I close it without saving it. Oh, no, okay, so the problem was I edited the wrong part of the level. Which is alright, I just need to do... I need to do that all again. Just over there. Hi Niso, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think that side looks alright. That looks a little bit weird there. I might just put another... yeah, I'll use that one. Tidy that edge up. Okay, let's tidy up the other side. Okay, I think that's looking better. So I'll give the balloon another test. Whoops. Okay, so we've got a problem there in that I can fall through my new block. Just need to check. Yeah, okay, so what I should do is... I'll need to edit my tile set. And this block here. How do I... is solid? Yeah, I guess I'll use as solid rather than as platform. Is that gonna block the balloon man going up? How does man balloon? Okay, so the balloon man doesn't collide with anything going up. Except for when it reaches the very top of the level, when it pops. I just want to double check how that works. Okay, yep, so that must be a What's it called? Balloon popper. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm ready for another test. Yep, okay, so it didn't fall in this time. Stung by that eel. So yeah, this version is like a hybrid port, so it uses the level from the Commodore 64 version, but the graphics from the arcade. Oh, and other graphics from other places as well. Like I think this, the graphic of her was from the NES version, I believe. Oh, okay, that was definitely a bug. So there are some walls that we shouldn't be able to walk through. I think I might have had special blocks for preventing a walkthrough. Yes, there's so that feature is with the screen scrolling. I'll just try to find the exact code that does it. Scroll right, scroll left. Actually, I should tidy up this code while I'm here, but this basically says if the camera X is less than a certain position, then it repeats until the camera X position is where it needs to be. But I will tidy this up. So I'm going to delete that. So that's like a go-to statement, so it's basically saying go back to there. But I can tidy that up with some new Scorpion features because I've got a while condition now. So I can say, well, while the player X is less than that position. Yes, so the repositioning of the bobs is handled internally by Scorpion Engine, but the scrolling routine is part of the is part of the code that I've written for, well, part of the scripting that I've written for Pitfall. Okay, I'll just check scrolling still works. Yep. Okay, so that works okay. Yeah, internally the position of the bobs is stored in a basically stored in a big array. So when it goes to draw all of the bobs, it calculates like how far the bob is from the camera, and then if it's on the screen or not, draw it if it's on the screen, or don't draw it if it's off the screen. Well, basically, there's one big array that stores everything about an actor. So where the actor is, what animation they're playing, what code they're running, and then that array gets looped through twice. So once when it updates the logic, and again when it draws it to the screen, um, that array gets sorted if the objects are out of order, so that um, basically it sorts the Z buffer so that things on the bottom of the screen are drawn after things on the top of the screen, so you've got the um, the correct sorting. Thank you very much. Oh, now I was going to edit my tile set. Um, I can't remember why I didn't do this, but these should be solid. I don't know why they're not, but because they're not solid, you can walk through them. Oh, now that's another bug. It shouldn't have spawned It shouldn't have spawned the balloon while I was already holding a balloon. So I'll fix that bug. All I need to do is let's add a new condition, and I'm just going to say if the player type equals balloon, balloon man balloon. Okay, so if the player type equals man balloon, then we don't need to spawn a new one because we know that the player is actually holding that balloon. Whoops. Okay, so I can't walk through the wall that way, that's good. But there is a bug with yeah, I should make it so that the balloon can't go too far to the left or Yeah, I'll need to make it so the balloon can't go too far to the left or the right. So I need to work out the um, where the balloon is relative to the screen. So I'm going to go balloon pos equals actor player x. Uh, no, so there's no manual like you don't need to manually type in commands. Basically, you have all your lines of code. You select what you want it to do from drop downs. Pretty much, yes. So I need to write an if statement here. So what I'm going to do is so from this drop down, I want to say, well, make it conditional. And so then I want to say, well, if balloon pos is less than, if it's less than 16, then I then want to move the player so the player can't get too far to the left. So I'll just say camera x plus 16. Then I will do an else if balloon pos is greater than 240, I guess. So if the balloon pos is greater than 240, then we want to move the player to camera x plus 240. Oh, and I'll have to move my. And I can also reposition code by doing a drag and drop. Yeah. So I think I might have mentioned it on the last stream. Click and play was the first game making tool that I ever used, and so it influenced the design of Scorpion quite a lot. Hi, Griffin. Welcome to the chat. Whoa. Okay, so that was a weird bug. Okay, so that almost works. It's just... Oh, because I needed to move that to the top. Okay, that's basically working as I wanted it to work. Oops. Oh, okay. I think I need to be a bit more hmm. Um the so the tile is a block, but you see the balloon doesn't have any collisions for left and right. And there is a reason why I'm doing it. Like in code, I'm saying that I want to restrict where the how far left and right the balloon can go. And the reason for that is because well, basically because we've got like a gap here, and we don't want the player to move into that gap. We just want to prevent the player from going too far to the right. Actually, I'm gonna make a constant value here. So I'm gonna go balloon limit, and then that way I can sort of say how far I want to restrict the player moving left and right. So I can just change that one value instead of rewriting this code every time. Okay, so let's try that again. So if I get on the balloon, oops. No, okay, so I made a mess up with code. Seems to be working okay there. Oops. Balloon pause is greater than... Oh, okay. Plus 256 minus balloon limit. That should stop it from wrapping around. So that might be okay. I'll just... Oh, I badly timed that. I'll see if I can... Oh, okay, so I can still walk through that wall, so I'll need to make that... just going to try making that a bit bigger. I don't want it to be too big, because then it's going to severely limit how far left and right you can move. Okay, so at a glance, that seems to be okay. That seems to prevent. Oops. Let me just check. Okay. Oh, I'll see if I can get hit by this one. No, okay. Okay, so that seems to be okay. It doesn't seem to be going too far. There, it does look a little bit strange that see if I'm holding against there, it's shaking. So I might change that so it doesn't. I might see what I can do about making it so it doesn't shake like that. I'm just gonna go player set speed to 0. So that should stop and not only reposition the player, but hopefully stop it moving so that it stops shaking like it is. No, that still didn't. That didn't fix it. Yep, still shaking. Just gonna try changing that to less than or equal or greater than or equal. I think it's just because the balloon speed is balloon because it's a fractional speed. It's 1.5 pixels a frame. So because of that, it's moving. Um, Actually, Griffin, I'm not 100% sure if it was meant to pop or not when it hits the platform above. Part of the problem is we've got this platform right here. We don't want it to pop as soon as we get on the balloon. Yeah, I'll need to play the Commodore 64 version again to see what happens. Okay, so balloon handler. So I don't quite know why it's shaking like that, but I guess it's not such a problem because you wouldn't normally see it unless you were deliberately pushing against the wall. Anyway, well, I think I have fixed quite a few bad bugs, so it is in a much better state than it was at the start of the stream. So what I'll do is I'll put the player right back to the start, and then I'll give it a play or just see how it works. Welcome back, Mixel. Yeah, there's a slight bug here with getting out of the water, as it's not supposed to do the walking animation. Not sure if that's a big deal, but it should be hopefully pretty simple to fix. Switch. That block is water exit left. So let's have a look at water exit left handler. Change player to man force jump. Okay, so the problem is it might be just because I'm manually setting speeds here. And jump left. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll add a new line here for player direction, and it should be look up left. I'll run that again. That looks better. Much better. Let's see what happens when I get hit by the rat. Yeah, I think that worked pretty well. That rat is the only sprite that's actually from the Commodore 64 version, because the rat isn't in the arcade version, and I haven't been able to find a rat sprite that I quite like to put there. Oh, actually, and yeah, this So I think I told a lie the other day. I think I said the Scorpion in this and the Scorpion in the Alex Kidd demo were the same sprite. They're not, because this is a sprite from the arcade version. I was thinking about replacing a lot of these arcade sprites with sprites from other packs, just sort of move it more towards having its own look and feel. Okay, so that was definitely that definitely didn't look like it was falling off a waterfall. So yeah, it's the same problem. Is I need to set the look direction. To upright. Oh, it's no worries at all, Niso. I'm looking really forward to seeing seeing the final game. It looks really cool so far. Yeah, when is the deadline? Is it like this weekend or something, or end of this week? I was meant to do Emmy Game Jam myself, but I just sort of ran out of time. It's not quite working right. In force jump. Yeah, I might try changing these animations. Probably the easiest way to solve it. Hopefully that doesn't break anything else, but we'll find out. Yeah. Well, that wasn't perfect, but that was better. We'll do for now. Just make sure I can't walk through that wall. Not sure if that frog is working exactly right. It looks a little bit weird, but I'll worry about that later. Oh, this bit's going to be a pain. Oh, go. Ah! Go, go, go. Alright. Okay, I made it to the save point. Let's grab the balloon. Yeah. I'll have to play the Commodore 64 version to see exactly how it works. Maybe that platform right at the start doesn't pop the balloon, but the other ones do. I'm not sure. Oops. Messed that up. How far I'm going to fall. Okay, not that far. Hopefully I can get through here okay. Another save point. Hopefully I can get past that frog. Then I go rescue her. Hmm. Am I going to be able to get across there? Damn it. I can't remember how I'm supposed to... Oh! Okay, no, that's a bug. Let me just use a cheat. Whoa! Okay, no, that serves me right. I used the cheat to skip to a save point when I was using use a cheat to skip to save point when I was in the water. Okay, so I think it was somewhere around here that it would fall through. So which tile is that? So that should be set to... That one should be set to solid. Oh, the one on the map layer. Okay, so it's tile 52. No, those ones aren't set as solid for some reason. I'm not sure if there was a reason for that. Well, that one is set as solid. Oh, it's probably because some of these overlap ladder tiles. So that will be why that tile isn't set as solid. I just need to work out what is the tile there, 363. Okay, if we go to map, tile 235. So what is tile 235? Okay, so that one is solid. So for some reason I'm not using that tile there. Oh, cancel that. Okay, because I don't want to, because that ladder there is a one I want to be able to fall through. Yeah, there's so many little edge cases with Pitfall because even though it's such a simple game, um, there's so many little special cases like tiles. So I should be able to fall through that, which I can. That's good. Whoops. I need to double check on the map. Um, Just going to set the player to start from there. Because I need to be able to jump off here and get the diamond. So I'll just need to check that's working as expected. Yeah, that so I can get the diamond if I collect it from that. If I jump from that platform, if I jump from too high or too low, I won't be able to get there. So I just need to go back to that save point. If I get to her, and then I need to jump from this one, I think. Yep. Okay. So I'll just fall off the edge there. This is where it gets a little bit annoying. Oh, that's weird. So the eagle went off the screen. It was supposed to come back. That wasn't expected. That is really weird. I wonder why that particular eagle goes off the screen and never comes back. Maybe just because it's near the edge of the level. Now I have to time. Yeah, I have to time that right. So, yep, just run straight under there. I just have to check what happens with that eagle. Yeah, okay, so bug there that really makes it a bit too easy. Ah, God damn it. Oh, I need to look at that bug anyway with the... yeah, I think that's just the problem is that... the it's going all the way off the end of the level, and so it's not coming back after that. So what I could do, probably not the ideal way to handle it, but I could make the map a little bit wider, and then just have a whole area of the map we just can't get to. Oh, this is the other thing about so yeah, use the Commodore 64 version as a base. So if you turn off all the layers, you can see the original Commodore 64 layout underneath it. Oh, maybe it's a bug with. Could be a bug with this line. I don't think it is, but I will just rule it out. No, Niso, auto fire does not work for non-player characters. No, okay, so that wasn't a bug with that line of code. I'll just try changing that a little bit. So it might be just slightly too far off the screen for the for it to work. Yeah, okay, so that's a little better. I'll just try making it, put it right to the edge. Maybe 15 will be okay. Ah, keep doing that. I need to fix my cheat. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. So just tweaking the my code slightly means that the bird doesn't go all the way off the map. So I'll just see if I can cheat to get through it. Actually, I might make one slight tweak to, where is it, force a man falling sideways. Just going to reduce that speed just slightly. I just want to be able to jump off that platform to get the diamond without scrolling to the next screen as soon as I hit the platform. So if I jump from here, still a bit too much. I'll just reduce that a bit more. Yep, okay, I think that's a little bit better. And I'll just see if I can get right to the end. Whoops. Ah. There might be a bug with the ladders, getting off the ladders. It's a little bit sticky. Like, it doesn't always get off when I push the button, or when I push sideways to get off, but that might be just me not doing it right. Yeah, so it didn't get off that time for some reason. But maybe it was just I wasn't high enough on the ladder to get off. Ah! Yeah. I probably should add some options for changing how fast the camera can move, because like on this it does snap quite noticeably, but the camera never really needs to move that fast because the player never moves that fast. Yeah, so maybe that should be a feature I add for next version of Scorpion, is just control how much the camera moves, or how fast the camera can move so it doesn't snap quite so aggressively. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, definitely should have been able to get off at that time. Okay, I'm pretty near the end. Oh, don't get hit by the frog at the last minute. I should be able to get that rat. Oh. Okay, no, that was... yeah, that was a weird bug. So the rat wasn't there when I went on to the screen. Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little bit with the map. So I'm just gonna add a... I'm just gonna add a hole right there, so I can fall through and check that some of that logic at the end of the game is working. Where was it supposed to be at? Okay, so go to here. Okay, so if I go... Oh. Thought I had a cheat for going back to the start of the game. I guess I didn't. Alright, so let's put the player back there. And then let's delete the player from... I had another copy of the player there. There it is. So what layer is he on? There we go. So I should be able... I can fall through there. If I go across here... Okay, spawn the rat that time. It just doesn't seem to spawn it all of the time for some reason. Yeah, so it didn't spawn at that time. It just seems to be a bit random about when it spawns it or not. Oh, well, I'll just check that the end game animation still works. So if I go up here. And then if I go down to there, I think if I jump off there, I get that. Yep. Okay, so that's the animation that it plays when you've gotten everything. So that's basically the end of the game. That works okay. Just the last really annoying bug is that, well, there's the ladders to fix. You can't always get off them, but also the rat not always spawning, or not always spawning when you enter from the left side of the screen. Now I've got recycle mode set as trash. Maybe that's... Oh, now I've got a rat spawner. Okay, so my rat spawner object, if has cave rat equals true, then return our spawner rat. So I don't think it's always running that. So I'll just make it destroy whenever this moves off screen so that it should respawn straight away. Okay, so the rat spawned okay that time. We go back there. Yep, okay. So I think that was all I needed to do. So I can collect that rat. I better make sure it still works. The rat still works if it pushes me into the water. Come up here, make sure it spawns again. It does. Okay, so that's all good. I might do one last, try one last bug fix and then call it a day. Copy that, paste that on there. So yeah, the ladders are acting a bit weirdly. I'm not 100% sure why. I should spawn the player close to a... Actually, yeah, so I can make the player start from there, and then I can check. I can do some checks on that ladder, that top ladder. So it's ladder top handler. So what prevents a player from getting off the ladder? So y speed is 0. Oh, y is greater than 0. Player Y is less than or equal to ladder top Y. Okay, looks like for some reason I need to hold up on the joystick when I'm getting off the ladder. I shouldn't need to do that. I'll just check. Oh, there we go. Okay, so if I go to the top here, and then I just no. Okay. Ah. All right. So I didn't always do it then. Oh, okay. So if the player is pushing up or is not, okay, less or equal to 0, that just means that the player is not pushing down. Well, I can't think of a reason why it doesn't always get off the ladder. It could be just one of these Yeah, it's weird because I can hold down control, or I can hold down right, it doesn't get off it, and I push it again, and then it does get off it. Might just remove this condition for can get off ladder. That might make it a bit more reliable. Oh, okay, that made it. Ah, all right. Just need to tweak here. Oh, that would have been cool to see another Scorpion Emmy Games entry. There's at least, well, how many Scorpion games are in the game jam? There's Jackal, there's Wonder Boy, there's Green Beret. There were one or two I was aware of that haven't been made public, um, but I wonder if there was any other ones I've forgotten about. Yeah, I think getting off the ladder at the top is more reliable. Or works more as expected. I don't know about getting off the sides though. No, so I'll make the same change for getting off the ladder at the sides. Yeah, deadline is something like that. So I started on an Emmy Game Jam entry myself. I didn't get that far in it. I do want to finish off my what I was working on though. It's just I just need to find the time to actually work on it. I may start working on it on stream. Okay, yeah, so that introduced another bug. Where it's hard to get on the ladder. Well, I might just leave that project there for the day. I will quickly show what I was working on for the uh, for the Emmy Game Jam. So this is Gunsmoke. So I didn't really get much in there other than yeah. So you can shoot, you can like strafe shoot. So similar to the arcade and not quite. Yeah, that's unfortunately about as far as I've gotten with it. But I mean, I was pretty happy with, uh, yeah, some of the things I did for it. Um, oh, okay, some bugs I need to fix there. So it's meant to be 240 wide. Go for 32 pixels, right? So, oh, and I think it's supposed to be 16 color mode. So I might in a few days I might start streaming working on this. Obviously, I won't be able to get it done for Emmy Game Jam, but um, it would be a cool thing to work on. Oh, actually, I don't think it's two. I think it's 224 wide. Let's try that. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so that's the right screen width. Um, and yeah, it should be good once I've actually got all of this. Uh, once I've got the AI working, once I can actually shoot the enemies. Um, there's lots of gimmicks that need to be worked into the game. Like every single level has a unique boss fight, so that might be reasonably tricky. Um, oh, one thing I did implement is I did implement the train on level 2. Um, I can't remember if I've actually. Um, yeah, okay. So if I set my startup to train test, hopefully it's gonna do the level 2 train. Oh, it's running way too fast, but yeah, for a brief second you could see that I've got the train running by the screen, and that's a very simple trick that was in the original arcade game. Is basically they've got an entire level that's just this train, and then they scroll down by, I think it's 32 pixels every frame. And so you can sort of see, like, as I'm going up and down the tiled map, you can sort of see the effect of the train going past. But it gives the impression that there's this big, massive sprite going past the screen when it's not. It's really just a uh, part of the part of the level. And you can see, like, the foliage is repeated every two tiles, so that gives it the effect that it's going up and down. That it's going past rather than the whole map is scrolling down. Anyway, I think that's enough for today. So thanks everyone for joining the stream, and I'll probably take a break for a few days. So maybe this weekend I'll do the next stream. No worries, Amitin. Thanks for coming along. Thanks, Niso. Thanks, Mixel. Thanks, Griffin. And yeah, I hope to see everyone next time.